Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Chef Mike here, back again for another field trip run. We're at Beverage Superstore. This is Claire Martin, everybody. She's our wine expert. You are actually the wine aficionado in this store, is that correct?
Correct.
Claire, tell us about it.
Beverage Superstore was opened 8 years ago by Richard Tucker. We have over 25,000 square feet of different wines, beers, hard to get allocated items such as whiskeys and scotches. Another great attribute for our store is the tasting room, where we do education classes for different liquors. We have wine tastings, and we'll feature special beers sometimes, or barrel releases that we've chosen with different distilleries.
She knows more than I do, way more. So Claire, take it away.
Everybody's got that one relative who doesn't really drink often, but wants a really nice glass of wine with dinner. So for those people, we've got the Fetzer Gewürztraminer. Fun to say, hard to spell. It's really nice because it's a white wine, so it's chilled. It has a nice floral bouquet to it. Just a touch sweet, not too much, but it also will complement your dinner and not argue with any of the items. Another wine of note for Thanksgiving is Beaujolais Nouveau. This wine is a lot of fun because it's the very first wine that's harvested in France right around Thanksgiving. So it's a nice and bright, easy wine to drink, goes well with everything as well. And it's kind of fun because it's a special release once a year. Something to be aware of though, this is a fresh wine, a new wine. It only lasts for about 2 months before it gets to the point where it's undrinkable, and that's due to a fermentation process that's still ongoing in the bottle. Now, if you're a wine aficionado or if you're not, Pinot Noir is a great wine for you. This is an easy to drink wine. It usually goes well with just about any sort of flavor profile or cuisine. So when you're having one of those turkey dinners that everybody brought a different casserole, this wine will stand up to everything. Pinot Noir is a really hard grape to grow, even harder to get right. So I love the bread and butter because it's 100% Pinot Noir, which you don't see very often. And it's a great complement to aperitifs, appetizers, entrees, or desserts. I absolutely adore anything with bubbles. Prosecco has replaced champagne as the go-to wine for festivities. It's made from a Glera grape, which means it's a lot less dry than a typical champagne, which is made from Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. Glera is only grown in a very small area in Italy, and it's got some really nice, bright stone fruit, peach, honeysuckle, and a tiny bit of sweetness. So it's great for before celebrations, after celebrations, mimosas, sangrias, you name it. Today's selection under $20 is the Ruffino Prosecco, which tastes of golden apples and fresh peaches. The king of white wines will always be Chardonnay. Chardonnay is unfortunately done quite often very poorly. That's usually because they're hiding really bad Chardonnay grapes with a lot of oak. Now, this Chardonnay under $20 is absolutely perfect for people who necessarily don't like Chardonnay, because Sonoma County is known more for a little bit more fruit forward, some more peach blossom, pineapple kind of notes, and a little bit of vanilla on the backside. So it's a great complement to turkey. It's a great complement to stuffing or any of your casseroles. Everybody loves a good dessert, but not a lot of people really know a lot about dessert wines. Sauterne is made from Sauvignon Blanc grapes out of Bordeaux, France. The lovely thing about these wines is they're not overly sweet or cloyingly sweet. They're actually very nicely balanced. Late harvest wines are actually left on the vines throughout November, December, January, and into February. So what happens is the grapes actually will mildew and start to do what they call the noble rot, which increases the sugar levels. Now, they're harvested usually at night in the freezing cold weather, so you get a lot of ice crystals as well. These all attributes go into the actual finished product, which is a sweet, very well balanced, delicious wine. This wine goes with every pumpkin pie and every pecan pie I've ever tried. France isn't the only place that does late harvest wines very well. This wine is actually a Moscato late harvest wine from Asti, which is a small place in Italy that produces some of the best wines in the world. This wine goes really good with any sort of fruit compote, maybe a peach cobbler, maybe you're doing a fruit and cheese plate before dinner. This is a really delicious wine, and I love giving it to people because it always surprises them and they have to come back for another bottle. Now, one more wine that we've got to mention. For Christmas, if you're having a really nice standing rib roast, or if you're lucky enough to be eating with Chef Mike with his famous au jus, the Dreaming Tree Crush is a fantastic wine. It's under $15. It's very well balanced. It's got some nice tannin and structure because it does have Cabernet Sauvignon in it, but it also has some Merlot in it to round out the edges so that you're concentrating on the flavors of the meat and the wine instead of just the wine. Perfectly balanced, easy to drink, great value.
Thank you, Claire, and happy holidays, everyone.